everybody, it's Julie, and I thought I would show you how I coffee dye, and I am getting these amazing embossed papers. Okay, so there's one of the embossed papers. This is the newest one that I am working on. So you can see the dandelions and the butterfly and the words, "Where hope grows, miracles blossom." I hope you can see that. Okay, so here's another one of that. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing that. Both of these are air dried. I'm not using the oven for those, but I'm also going to show you how I'm getting this and this. Sometimes on this side, yeah, it's got like white polka dots. I don't know if you can see that. That one you can see. Okay, so let's get started. So I have put some coffee in my 9x13 Pyrex dish, and I have my little charger plate. So that's what we're going to use. I'm using regular copy paper. Okay, I don't know the pound weight of this because I bought it so long ago, and my OCD thing is I take things out of the packages. It's like packaging bothers me. So I'm just going to make sure that this paper is wet. I'm going to let it drip off a little bit, bring it over, and lay it on the charger plate, and then press down. And I hope you're okay with wrinkles, because a lot of times you get wrinkles in this because it is recessed in the center, so it's just natural that it's gonna wrinkle. So I'm just pressing it down, and my fan is on above me, and I'm at the kitchen table, and that will help it actually dry quite quickly. So there you see the decoration starting to come through. Go around. I just love the way this just frames the pages, because this will actually be two separate pages in a journal. Okay, so we'll set that aside, and I will show you that as it starts to dry, you get the indentation. It does take a while for the center to dry, but air drying, less than it. I mean, right now with the fan on above me, it's taking about a half an hour for them to dry. So that is how I am doing that, just using this fancy charger plate that I got at Michael's last year. So watch for fancy charger plates. The next one is a plaque that I have, that I love. Having been a florist for all these years, I love flowers. I love anything to do with flowers, even dirt. So I really like this plaque. So I've done it portrait way, I've done it landscape. I'm going to go ahead and do landscape. I try and pull it as close there. go up. Whoa. You don't want to rip your paper. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and do the indentation around the dandelions or agapanthus. Those actually might be agapanthus now that I look at them more closely. And then down here you have this little swirl. You have a butterfly over here. Again, you're just pressing down. And then we're going to start pressing into the indentations of the swirl if you want the swirl to show up. And I do. I want all the... So I'm just pressing down with my finger and go back over this again, because it sometimes bubbles up a little. Okay, back over to these indentations, and now there's a bubble right here. We're going to press it out. I was going to try and press it out to the side. There we go. Try and get the butterfly's antennas. Now we're going to start, and we're going to press a little harder into these words. We're literally making a little well where each of the letters are. This plaque actually is engraved, so we're going into those holes all the way through. I'm watching the clock because I have I have some paper in the oven, because at the same time I am doing some coffee dyeing, some graph paper and some pink paper right now. Okay, so there I have done the indentation. I'm going to grab, I have a squirt bottle that has coffee in it, and I'm just going to go ahead and spray, and that way you don't have to do this, but it seems that some of the coffee goes into those holes if I do that. So I'm going to, we'll show you that. So I've pressed it all in, and then you saw what will come out. And this again took about, this one didn't actually take as long. It took about 20 minutes to dry. So I think it's really kind of cool. It's subtle, but you know, as you're going through a book, I think doing it, the portrait, won't it be beautiful to just turn that to that page, or this could even be your opening page, and quite pretty. Okay, so to get the polka dots, I have this little pan from my toaster oven that has the dots on it. So let me check those. Checking paper. Oh, we're still wet. I have, on my oven, I have the papers on 200, and they take anywhere between 7 to 12 minutes. Depending on if I've also sprayed on top, which I have on a couple of those that are in the oven right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take this paper, put it in the coffee. I'm going to bring it over and lay it on this. And again, I've got my sprayer, and I'm going to add some extra coffee to get it to go in those holes. And you can press it down also. Now what I'll probably get on this side is I'll get the ridges, and the other side will be the dots. Okay, so that right there, and then putting it in the oven is what has been giving me this. So just for something different, you can see that it also on the back side gives me white dots. And it's kind of fun because it's got texture to it. Okay, so the next one is in the oven. So this one I do the same way that I do the dots, and it gives me this. But what it is it's one of those disposable barbecues, and it's the grill off the disposable barbecue. So yeah, so I do the same thing. I put the paper through the coffee, lay it on, and press it down, or add the coffee with the sprayer and press it down, and it gives me that cool indentation. I think it's cool. Different pattern on my paper. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you go out there and see what you've got hanging around that you might be able to coffee dye and emboss. And I'd love to hear about it. What I'd like to know, did you like this video? What was your favorite thing, and what are you gonna try? So this is Julie. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye.